It's the only angle that's going to get all three of us.
Did you figure out you were getting cut off too much?
Yeah, and then you bitched about it. So
Of course I bitched about it. I'm a professional.
You are a professional. I forgot. You're right.
Thank you.
Jeff and I need to step our shit up.
Amateurs, man.
I said nothing about Jeff. I don't know why you're dragging him into this. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tardy to the Party. It's your boy, J Sib, joined by, as always, to my left.
J Sib's a piece of shit. I'm Kevin Crunch.
I'll say that first part was not your name. And to my right, as always,
just the amateur bull.
according to Kevin Crunch.
Yeah. No, according to you, we know what you think of this. Professional.
How was your weekend? Since we're recording on a
Sunday
Sunday
this week. It was terrible. The Green Bay Packers are the worst team in the NFL. And I'm one of those morons that spent money to have a damn share of them because it's cool. It's not cool. You gave my money to the quarterback that's old now, and dude, he looked bad today.
Oh, dude, 3 picks, right?
Dude, but even like
3?
throws.
I was going against him today in fantasy, and I was like,
yeah. It was perfect. He just, I mean, obviously he's, where he's at in his career. Man, it's ugly.
Yeah, it was tough
they just
to
look
watch.
lost in general. I don't even know if I can put it all on Aaron Rodgers. They look lost.
I think it's a combination of all of it. I think he doesn't want to fully buy into LaFleur's offense.
Especially when he's got no tools
And
at his disposal.
Yeah, and I think, dude, at this point, and today, they had 9 players by the end of it, just basically all on the injury report. Starters mixed with other. Well, you're basically a starter because we don't have any wide receivers. So, all those guys too. And at this point, it's okay, we're 3-6. I'd say the season's pretty much over because we're not going to win out to go 10 and 11-6 then, since there's 17 games. We're literally, that's not possible. Remaining schedule is way too difficult. They might as well, to me, just Rodgers' thumb is already hurt. Dude, just hot take, whatever you want to call it, just bench him and let Love get experience.
Yeah, that's the direction
And let his throwing hand just heal. I mean, the season's going nowhere at this point. Like you said, Lions are the worst team in the goddamn league, and we can't even beat them. So that makes us the worst team in the goddamn league.
Wow.
I feel like my Panthers are the worst team in the league, but actually, I don't know. The Colts are kind of watching them in the past couple weeks.
Painful.
It's been terrible. And today was terrible for me because I was going against the Pats defense.
Oof.
Woof.
It was going great for me because I had Cincinnati's defense going against my Panthers was going tremendous until we put Baker Mayfield in, and he just throws 2 touchdowns, and then when they get a rushing touchdown after that, I'm like, motherfucker.
Of course.
But all right, let's what do we got in the news this week? DC. We got Sandman season 2 has been renewed. Thank fuck.
I really thought that Netflix canceled it already, and someone else was gonna have to pick this up.
I thought it was too expensive from what I heard.
That was the worry, was that season 1 was already expensive, but in order for them to do season 2, if they follow the comics, it would be even more expensive for season 2. So that's why the creator Neil Gaiman was just like, despite us being number 1 right now in the world as far as a lot of views at that current moment or whatever, we very well may not get a season 2. At least with Netflix, they still would have been able to go somewhere else and gotten picked up if somebody wanted to shell out the money for it. But it looks like Netflix actually for once renewed a show.
It looks like they're risking it all on
Maybe
this.
they got more subs with their cheaper ad included model than they thought.
Oof, did you hear some of the restrictions on that?
Oh, dude, you don't get shit.
What is it?
There's a list of shows that you just don't even get to watch with that subscription model.
Well, I heard that's for licensing because it's not like Netflix original stuff.
Yes, so that's true. One, it's got to do with that because none of the shows are Netflix originals that you can't they aren't that dumb.
Yeah.
I will say a couple of the shows too. You wouldn't want to watch those shows with ads because they're primetime television or not primetime television, but HBO and Showtime, those types of shows that don't have commercials anyway on their stations, so it's like.
I
Well,
did hear. I think what is it like? I think it was only like 5 minutes of ads an hour, which
if
isn't
that's true,
isn't that bad
that's
because
actually
Hulu feels terrible.
like television, where it's
But like
where
they're
it's,
cut at like the not even at like good times like television
Well,
would cut
the
it at time.
thing
Like it'll just
is-
be in the middle of something cool and then
Yeah.
I'm like, what the?
There's no spots just built in.
Well,
for
but the
commercials
thing
on
is that as far as time allocation, whatever. God, I can't talk. Like, yeah, most half-hour blocks would have like 5 to 10 minutes of ads, like for cable television, 5 to 10
Yeah.
minutes of commercials every half hour. So if that's really all it is with Netflix, and that's what $12, and you've got to sit through 5 minutes of ads every hour, if that's actually the formula with it, that's not bad.
One thing that kind of upset me was
I'll still pay 20.
When I thought-
bucks a
I was
month to
just
get
like,
my
really?
4K and not deal with that problem, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
nice if you're like a college student and you can't even take advantage of that crap.
Right.
I was kind of surprised that it's only 720p though. Like that's can't even give like 1080p,
oh my
man.
god,
Like, really?
that's cheap. Holy.
That was the part that I was like,
did not know
really?
that.
Any way
is-
you want to make me feel more like dog water because I have to get the cheaper subscription.
720p, like the fact that's even still a thing for
Yeah.
like entertainment watching on a television.
That's god awful.
Can
I
you
thought that
even
was funny.
buy a 720p resolution anymore? Probably
I
not.
don't know actually.
Just leftover stock.
Right, like pretty sure the societal norm nowadays.
If you have a 4K monitor or TV, doesn't 720p look like dog shit on it? Like, doesn't it actively look bad?
1080p looks horrible even on just a 2K monitor, dude.
Oh,
Yeah, when you take like an image that does not have the number of pixels that your screen actually has, yeah, and you blow it up, it looks terrible. Doesn't look. I over exaggerate, but you can tell. You're like, oh, this is like a 1080p.
I'll say I remember
image.
like back in the day, whenever if I had like a 1080p and I was running like 720 on it, it didn't look bad or anything. But I mean, you could tell that it wasn't 1080p if you have been able to watch 1080p on it.
But being lower to your maximum display is fine. But when you're, I mean, I guess I shouldn't say it that way. I guess like, I don't know. It's goofy, but it does look bad though. Like 1080p does look bad on 2K and 4K monitors.
Yay for ads.
I guess for a television screen it's different, but for like an actual computer monitor, and I guess if it's a stilled image, that's when you can kind of notice. But when you talk about a moving picture with frame rate, then differences. Yeah, sorry about that tangent. Whatever. We don't have much to talk about.
No,
No,
it's
we
true.
don't actually.
I mean,
So, but I am really excited to see Sandman come back.
I am too.
Yeah,
Did
same.
you get around to finish it?
I didn't finish it, but I've
Oh,
been
it's-
making my way through it.
It's interesting, and dude, the very last episode is just so random. It doesn't.
Oh, that was. Are you talking about it was like an animated one?
It's an animated episode.
Or half
It's
of
about
it
these
is, I think.
cats.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like a bonus episode. I guess
Yeah.
originally when they released the show, that wasn't on there, and then
Okay.
after
That's cool.
last show or whatever, they like dropped it randomly. It was like, here's a bonus episode
That's cool.
because the cat episode that's actually out of the comics too.
Nice.
But
But no, it's good. It ends a little weird, but it also ends totally open ended.
so I'm highly looking forward to that. DC wise, other than that, not too much other than release the Air cut, trending over 200K, and you best believe your boy was part of that. Then David Ayer even tweeted it out. I think it was earlier today. But then on top of that, a little while ago, early afternoon, the man with the plan, James Gunn,
James Gunn.
James Gunn.
tweeted out this little thread here. Opened up Twitter at the end of a long creative weekend to see many tweets to hashtag Save Legends of Tomorrow. Didn't see that once this weekend. And I think like when you look into it, it's like 7,000 tweets over like a 7-day period.
What is this?
It's like that's Save Legends of Tomorrow, like that CW show.
Oh, okay.
But he goes, and release the Air Cut. My bad, I still got that in my blood. Release the Air Cut and fan support for other DC project over the years. The majority of these requests were enthusiastic and respectful, but all our initial focus is on the story going forward, hammering out the new DCU and telling the biggest story ever told across multiple films, television shows, and animated projects. We invite all of the DC fandoms from across the multiverse and everyone else as well into this new universe. We cannot wait to reveal more.
It's exciting.
Exciting.
So, but it kind of basically hints at that, which I don't even think at this point it would be in James Gunn's hands to really do. I think it's still in like DeLuca, and I'm blanking on the other name. I think it's kind of in their hands more at like HBO Max or like actually on the Warner Brothers side, since it was technically like their property, not really like DC Studios property.
Right.
So, I think that was his way of at least acknowledging the fans and letting us know that he hears us and everything. So that's kind of cool. We never gotten that before. So, hopefully we still get it down the road, at least in HBO Max. I would even like a limited theater release, or if it just went straight to hard copy or whatever, I'd buy that shit just to see it. But still looks like we're a ways away, if not over. But that pretty much wraps up DC, I guess. Other than that, since I pretty much tackle a lot of Warner Brothers stuff as well, I might as well get to some bad news as far as HBO Max, which really broke my heart. Westworld canceled after 4 seasons. We only needed one more. We were so close.
And they're still going to pay all the actors, too, which is the core actors, which is funny to me. Like, you're still going to pay them, but you're not going to... I mean, you're going to save all the money in filming it. It's just, man, you just really did not want to...
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I guess, like, the way the last season ends, ends like... It's kind of ambiguous, but it still kind of works as an ending in the way season 4 ends. So it's not... Other series have had it much worse getting cut early. I'll just put it that way. So at least like you can still kind of watch Westworld, and it still kind of can end. It'll just be kind of more open for your interpretation of what you would think would happen next in the world. So
they basically did what Game of Thrones probably should have done.
Well,
damn.
You know, I mean. Instead of just rushing it and coming to some bullshit conclusion.
Oh, God.
But at least Westworld was coherent enough to, like, we're 5 seasons and we're done.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
They wanted Westeros to go on for years, man.
They would have milked the shit out of it. That's
I mean, they are again. What do you mean? They
That's
came back.
true,
Hey,
yeah.
that show's good. You back off.
Yeah.
I actually, I think I'm planning on sitting down with Haley here soon and watching.
Good.
Watching that, and then if I
It's
really like it, maybe I'll move on to Game of Thrones.
I will say the hilarious difference between House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones is that it's a different kind of discomfort you get from scenes.
Yeah. It's
You'll see what we're talking. You'll see.
It's
I think I've kind of
graphic.
like gotten a hint of that off Twitter.
It's graphic as fuck.
It's graphic in a different way.
Almost like auditory and feeling. Like you hear everything, and it's just like, man.
Like Game of Thrones was like, well, like South Park made fun of it, just wiener. Like, yeah, because there's dicks everywhere and people are having sex. And
laughing
this
cheeks.
show, no, different.
Very much so.
Very much different awkwardness feeling.
And at its core, it's a political drama, even more so than
yeah,
way more so than the show.
And I know
like,
some
original
people
show
I think
was.
were upset about that, and I was like, well, it's what it is. Like,
Yeah,
they're not trying to rush through all the action.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be as dedicated to the political side of things as it was, but I didn't dislike it.
I think they want to draw that, like the creators have already said that Dance of Dragons, yes, is a point in their history of Westeros, but I think they want to go beyond it and go to the generations that are after the Dance of Dragons.
Yeah.
So they're probably just gonna like drag it out, and then it's going to be the same. It's going to be they'll adapt because I don't think he's written anything. Because the book, I think, just kind of ends with the whole Dance of Dragons period. It doesn't get into the wars that are after it, which there are some.
Okay. Well, at least I got plenty of room to expand during that time, even if it is a slow burn every episode.
Right. I mean, I liked House of the Dragon a lot.
I did too.
Yeah. But I know what it is, though. I mean, some other people that jump into it, I can see where if like you didn't like it. I'm just looking at these movies because I know there's one of them I haven't seen, and I'm pretty sure it's the one that came out in 21.
I was like, why do they got this?
What? Sorry, I'm planning my evening. God, dude. Just let me watch this movie. Maybe. I don't know if you can even stream it yet. But...
What movie is it?
My Hero Academia.
My Hero Academia, the third movie. I'm pretty sure I've never actually sat down and watched it.
I still need to sit down and watch this season, even though apparently it's kind of mid.
Today's, or yesterday, I guess, technically, that episode was pretty... It's getting hype. I think I heard you say the other night that you didn't even watch last season?
No, I actively hated last season, and I stopped watching
the villain arc.
I just stopped watching in the very beginning of it, like the first 4 or 5 episodes. It's like, why are we retreading this stupid bullshit? And it was just like dragging, and I was like, so I just quit watching, and then I binged it at the very end.
What do they retread?
I honestly don't remember because it was that fucking boring, and I remember just getting that frustrated that the story wasn't moving along at all.
I just know that it goes up to a certain point with the heroes.
I think it was just heroes training again and fighting each other again, and I'm like, we've done this so many fucking times now. I'm so ready to just move into the villain
Okay,
arc.
but actually in the season, if you give it a couple episodes, it actually flips over to the villains and Shigaraki and all them, and then they go in to this area that's basically this cult of people that it's an amassed army. So they go in to fight all these people, and then Redestro is the guy's name that Tomura has to fight. So it's actually it's not the heroes, it's Tomura and his band of villains versus basically this mob.
Yeah, I remember that part.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just quit and let the season run its course, and then I came back and watched it because I was it was more for me last season, at least watching it week by week was terrible. For me, at least in the very beginning, because it was just dragging and I was just ready to move on.
And then,
so I just quit, came back when it was done, and then finished it.
Yeah, I remember that, and then toughing it out. I toughed it out and just watched it as it released. I loved it. And then now it's just picking up right exactly where that left off with that's all this season is done.
I need to get into that.
It's a very good show. Essentially the first... See, I think it's getting close to its end. It has to be.
I would think so.
The first, half, if you will, is really based around, this one hero, that's the symbol of hope, and it's a shonen, he passes his power on.
I watched that the other day. I did watch it. I remember I watched the first episode, but I haven't gotten really into it.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I really did. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, so basically, there's just this whole story arc that builds up to where All Might has to do something that permanates him and puts him in retirement, basically permanently. He can literally never fight again. And the thing is like Jordan's saying, is from that moment, then we go back to the young kid heroes, and it's just it kind of came redundant. It was the same thing over and over. It seemed they just keep training. They don't necessarily get more powerful enough to where they're out. They haven't really expanded the show. Yeah, it's called My Hero Academia, but God, at some point it's get them away from the school, and they're finally in that now with where they're at, but.
Get ready for a long ride until they are.
And I will say with the episode,
but see, the first 2 seasons are awesome. One of my favorite fights is honestly in the first season.
Yeah, when he fights the very first. No. That fight's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also another fight.
Oh yeah, that fight. Yeah.
But let's. What about Marvel? What we got in Marvel this week?
Okay, back
Mr.
to
Crunch.
The triad, Trinity, whatever.
Holy Trinity.
Not much with Marvel except another, I think, announcement that everyone probably just saw coming at this point. But we got Jon Bernthal back.
We were just talking about that too, weren't we?
Woo!
I think we were just talking about that last week.
What about, like...
How cool it'd be if he came back and...
We probably did just because of the fact that Daredevil's back.
Yeah.
I can't wait for him to tell jokes.
Yeah.
Okay.
God, please no.
We don't know that that's what's going to happen.
Please, for the love of God, no. For the love of God, no. That's just one role.
Did they say...
Look who got punished today.
Yeah, you're going to get punished.
All right, so they just said he was coming back, though, for Phase 5. They didn't really exactly say what.
Yeah.
God, I hope we do get this, like, street-level Spider-Man movie with him and Daredevil and Deadpool, and that'd be sick. Probably won't actually happen, but it'd be sick.
What if they go after Punisher?
That makes sense,
what if
because
we get the more,
Punisher
like, anti-hero
usually...
Punisher?
I mean, sometimes they do that, so that'd be fine.
Honestly, I'm kind of...
Yeah, I just want to see him slash somebody up again, just to annihilate him like he did in the last season. God, it's
just
so good.
slashes up Tom Holland Spider-Man. Just sorry, boys, recasting.
Yeah, no shit.
There's a multiverse out there now. We'll explain it somehow.
Because multiverse.
And now it's Miles Morales' turn.
Not bad. Not bad. Maybe Holland dies and then we get
I'm always here, Kevin Feige. I'm always here.
Yeah. Give me some money.
Yeah, no shit.
Please.
I'll give you ideas where to go. Other than that, is it Audrey Plaza? Aubrey.
Yeah, I think it's Aubrey Plaza.
Aubrey Plaza joins Agatha. As what? I don't know.
I think
Just
she's
saw the
rumored.
tweet.
Think she's rumored to be a villain.
So it'll probably, knowing, I mean, I've never watched anything that she's serious in. I've only seen her in comedies, so that makes me kind of wonder if she's in this show, is it going to be like for comedic relief villain or what?
She can play serious roles too. I think she's.
Right,
I think
I
she's.
just have never seen
Yeah,
her.
but I think I think
Says
she's done pretty
villainous
well.
witch, yeah.
Yeah, she looks pretty villainy.
I mean, she can.
Like that adjective.
She's straight evil in Parks and
I
Rec,
like that
man.
adjective.
Real villainy.
Villainy.
Yes.
Very mustache twirling.
Yeah, if she had a mustache, she'd twirl the shit out of it.
Oh, man. Okay, villainous witch.
I mean, that'd be cool.
I mean, yeah.
I liked her in Parks
think-
and Rec, and
I was gonna say
Anything
these
else I've
two
seen her
both.
in.
I mean, even who plays Agatha. I mean, she was in
Mhm.
Parks and Rec also, so
Mhm.
there's probably that's the connection. We'll see how it plays out.
show's kind of intriguing to me.
I would.
I'm kind of interested in like at first when they announced it, I was like, I do not give a fuck.
Yeah.
And then like now, like the
Well,
little bits and pieces that I get more out of it, I'm like, all right, I'm at least intrigued.
I think
Yeah,
people
they
were
don't
big
deliver.
hype for her. I think they really liked her character from WandaVision. I did. So.
Yeah, like the psycho kind of witch pulling
Well,
the strings.
dude, the song they made, it like charted, didn't it? And the actress was laughing about it. She goes, "Yeah, I never thought my MCU role would get me a top song download on like or a top song hit on like TikTok or something because people kept they kept memeing it
That's
and for
right.
their TikToks, I think is what happened.
Okay.
I'd
That's
have
awesome.
to Google it and make sure I'm correct there, but I remember it was like top something, and they were talking about it on like Jimmy Fallon or something. But anyways, enough of that. The only other thing was Wonder Man found their Wonder Man. Jordan, you said his name, but I can't remember. Who is it?
So, 'cause I'll honestly probably butcher it because I've never personally, to my knowledge, seen him in anything.
I've
but,
seen him in things.
I know he's like been like nominated or like won awards.
Really? Is it okay? Is it Yahya Abdul Mateen?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna decline a call there. So yeah, I've seen him in. Oh, he's Lasers for Eyes. Black Manta. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
I was
is
like,
he?
I had to sit there. I'm like, oh my god, it's on the tip of my tongue. He's an Aquaman.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Is he? Is he dual rolling right now?
I would say yeah, which I thought that they had like pretty strong contract obligations against doing that.
I did not realize that was Black Man.
Yeah. Yep, same dude.
Well, shit.
Next Christmas for
Wait, what? I guess it is just a television
one.
show.
Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. That was Aquaman: The Lost Kingdom.
Oh,
December
yeah.
25th, yeah.
IMDb still has Amber Heard on it. Until the movie comes out and all her scenes are acts.
Until
She's
she-
not even in the movie.
Until she gets
Oh,
her
that'd be
ass
so cute.
Until she gets her ass arrested for stalking Johnny Depp again.
Oh god.
Yeah, she moved to London,
Yeah.
where he lives, and like she's been like cited like outside of like she put like a.
He lives in London?
Yeah, apparently.
Allegedly.
Yeah, or one of his houses or whatever.
All this is allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. She put like one of those Apple like finders, like the things on his car.
The AirTag?
Yeah, on his car. Yeah, that's
God.
That's what his security said, and there's also reports.
How'd she find me? Sir, she put an AirTag in your vehicle. Goddamn Apple.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm gonna sue him.
I'm pretty sure those AirTags were like, I think for Prime Day you could get like 4 of them for $100. Like they're outrageously expensive, but the idea is to just put them on like everything you own. Just I can't lose anything if I got an AirTag.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, what if you lose your iPhone? Oh shit.
That's what I got my watch for.
Yeah, I got mine.
Yeah, there you go.
Got my iPad.
Oh, apparently she also allegedly
Allegedly.
was out drinking with her friends and took a shit. I think she took a shit. I don't know if it was on his property.
Why have I
or
not
what.
heard any of this?
Taking more shits.
I'm pretty positive. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was duking in a.
Honestly, if you were gonna say took a shit in like a hotel room bed, I
have not heard any of
God.
this. Or
Perfect.
I also just don't care to.
Amber turd.
Oh God.
Oh God.
It says Amber Heard deleted Twitter after being caught pooping in public.
Oh God.
Amber Heard was captured on CCTV pulling her trousers down, squatting, and pooping on the ground in public while drunkenly staggering home after a long night of binge drinking red wine.
Wait, who reported that?
God.
I see it on Yahoo.
It's on Yahoo?
I see it, but let me check this.
Oh no.
For our listening audience, this is not scripted. We're actually finding this out right now.
Oh,
Amber,
God.
it's right here on Google. Amber Heard, top hit. People.com. Twitter account vanishes. Oh, no.
CNN. Oh my god, it's all of them.
It's all of them, man. It's all of them. It was in Spain, apparently.
No way.
In Mallorca, Mallorca,
Dude.
Spain. On the island of Mallorca. Oh, there she is, squatted down, dropping a deuce. Right in front of her friends, too.
Right in front of her friends. No shame.
Like, they're just acting like it's normal. How often does this happen? Like, how often does this happen to where it's normal for her friends to just watch her
Okay,
shit?
where is this at? Like, because if you just search it on Google, it just starts saying it's like when Elon took over. So I just wonder.
I don't know.
Just type public shit. Public shit.
I never heard public shitting.
Public shitting.
Public shitting.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
bad.
wow.
Amber turd.
Amber.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Yikes, indeed. What are you doing? Okay.
Our DC heroes are nothing but the best.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh god, get to Star Wars. Sorry.
Well, hard to follow that up. Acolyte has reportedly began production, which is exciting. It's going to be a really fun series to start off a little bit more of a deep dive into the origins of the dark side, and we'll just have to wait and see how long it takes or how far they go back into it and reference what material. But I'm excited for that one to get rolling. Jordan mentioned earlier Daphne Keene is joining the team on Acolyte.
Reportedly, yep.
Reportedly, known for her role as who is it again?
X-23
and Logan.
And Logan, yep.
And Logan.
And then she's also in his Dark Materials.
Yes.
Which I have not watched, but I've heard that that's pretty good.
I have watched the first season and I enjoyed it. I need to get around to actually getting caught up with that show, but the first season was pretty good.
This article here is saying that Acolyte is only 100 years before Phantom Menace.
Oh, really?
I thought it was supposed to be 200.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was a little bit further back than that. But...
Wasn't it supposed to be High Republic?
Yeah.
So is it probably? I wonder if that show will eventually just get into Plagueis then.
They should.
By the end of it.
God, they should. I mean, that's just so much material there that, and I've already crossed that bridge.
Right, probably.
But there's just so much that they can do with it. And I mean, as much as they've been getting into all like the finer details of things with Andor, wouldn't surprise me one bit. But speaking of Andor, how did you guys feel about this week's episode?
I'm trying to replay it all back in my head. All I remember is that I fucking loved it, and I remember how it ended. Right. For sure, which is what's awesome.
It was good character development for Snoke's character.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Learning his origins is great.
Dude, yeah, actually getting backstory for Snoke now.
Yeah.
Andy Serkis, the pit boss, like I mean, it was good. It was just Cassian was trying to say to him, like, do you really think they care what we talk about? He's like, they're not listening to us, and he's shoving it in his face. He's like, we're just numbers to them. They don't give two shits. And he's trying to get him to work with him, and he's just like, dude, shut up. Like, stop talking. You will get us killed.
You're always looking around, nervous.
How many guards are there?
Yeah.
How many guards are there?
Well, in that way, that's what the episode's called. And then there's nobody listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exclamation point.
Yeah.
There's nobody listening. I don't know, but it was still kind of hard to follow with me because it's like, because I kind of can't fully remember. So the production facility, basically, they're trying to always figure out like who's gonna get zapped at the end of every day.
They compete. So
they all compete.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah,
like
top team basically gets
like
a legit
sign
meal.
Language across, they're just trying to figure out the numbers so they know.
Oh, the sign language between
like what is that shit?
They're communicating as to what's happening on different levels, and that's how everybody's kind of keeping up to date with everything that's going on, like the lower level or whatever, the second level or whatever. Apparently, all of them got killed because somebody found out that they weren't because somebody on another floor was released and then brought back into another floor.
And then word got out, so they just killed the whole floor.
Yeah. that
And that's why that power surge happened too. And I don't know if you've
Okay,
caught that too. Anytime
yeah.
that they like surge the electricity anywhere, usually like other parts of the facility like
goes black.
goes black.
Right,
or will,
and
like,
that's what happened. And that's what I was like. I probably should have just went back and watched it a second time because I was like missing it. I knew I was sitting there watching it, and I'm like, I am missing something here. Like, what is really kind of going on?
Oh, dude, like that part with the old guy when he has the stroke. And,
yeah.
And they're like, yeah, in a couple of weeks, you're going to be begging me for this, you know.
Oh, that doctor that he's like,
like
yeah,
he got the easy way out.
Yeah, and he says he's
yeah.
like, I don't know, I want to know their names, you know, because he's only there just to kill you. Like he's there just to get rid of you, so they don't have to waste their time.
Can I get a bag and a cart?
Yeah, bag in a cart. Bag in a cart.
I was say, was there anything with Mon Mothma this episode? I feel like there was.
Yeah.
Oh, her cousin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, her cousin's the rebel.
Yes.
Apparently, and she's rich.
Yep.
And
she's like, go back out there and be a rich
snob.
snob.
Spoiled rich girl for a while.
Oh, it's so funny when she's such a bitch to the husband. She just doesn't like him at all. You can see like their interactions.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny. Her reactions are just talking shit back to him about anything he says. You know, you're getting a little bit old to be looking for a man. Yep, all the good ones are taken. You know, it's like,
yeah, loved it.
Yeah.
And then her friend, he's like, yeah. So right now, she's got 400,000, isn't it, or 400 million?
Something like that.
I think it was 400,000. He's like, we just got 400,000 credits. Just apparently on the books as of right now, just disappeared. And she's like, well, what do you want me to do? And he's like, well, a deposit somewhere would be nice. Like, so it doesn't look like we just fucking stole it.
Yeah, lost the shit.
And she's like, I can't come up with that. And he basically tells her, like, yeah, this loan shark from our planet's got you.
Yeah.
And she just gets ticked because she let the guy in, and he's already finagling deals under her nose because he's a banker.
And he already set it up. Yeah.
And he already set it up, and he knows. He's like, well, we're going to get caught if, we don't do something.
Yeah.
That was kind of Mon Mothma's arc.
Yeah, because, I mean, she said, she's like, are they going to start, scanning all the accounts, and he's like, it's only a matter of time, before that starts happening and they start really, microanalyzing everything.
She asked him will it get noticed, and he said no, not until they scan the accounts. He goes, which will happen in like a month. Mm-hmm. Like it's already planned. It happens because the Empire controls everything.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, and then Cyril's a creep. I forgot about Cyril being a creepo this week.
Well, he's not really like. I mean, yeah, what he did was a creepo thing, but he's just a. I think he's just kind of a lost person.
Yeah, I'm wondering where they're going with this.
Well, the dude is hell bent on
catching Andor.
Justice.
Justice. Yeah.
I want justice.
Like they haven't already gotten it.
But yeah, he basically stalks down the female officer, the ISB agent.
Deidre? I always forget her name too, and
name.
I actually really like her character too.
I do too.
Yeah, Deidre's her first name.
She's apparently just evil.
Oh yeah.
Is it Miko or?
But he basically stalked her down and was like begging her to like work with her because he's like, I want to catch Andor.
Yeah, and he's like making it seem like what you said, creepo, like really,
really
loves
Deidre.
Her power level.
Or Dedra.
What she's wanting to do.
Dedra, that's what it is. Dedra Miro.
Miro, that's it.
Miro. So yeah, he's like, yeah, and she takes it like, I don't know. She took it like he was being kind of like creepy and like wanting to get with her or something. And
like
he wasn't playing that. He's just like, no, I need to catch this guy. It's like I need it.
Yeah.
It's like it's a drug for me. I need to catch Cassian Andor.
Well, now I'm going to use that drug and make you my slave. That's pretty much what I'm anticipating for his character of what he's going to have to do to get her trust. Or what he's going to do to try to make her have no choice.
Who was the guy that was the torturer this episode? Like Ghost or something like that?
The doctor?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I take it back. He was the really creepy one. He was way too happy to be torturing some people.
Yeah, dude.
That's about par for the course.
But think about it. Perfect parallel for... And some of the first we've seen, not the only, but the first dedicated scenes to like the comparison with Nazi with the Reich, with the Third Reich and the Empire.
Yeah.
With the crazy scientists doing experimental work on their prisoners and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool to be able to see that and see him put a brain cage on them. That's just
nuts. And I really like how that was shot too.
Creepy.
I like as soon as like it got on her head, it was just pure dead silence, and then all of a sudden just her screaming.
Just fucking pain.
Because partially me, I was like, "What is this gonna sound like?" Like the way he described it, and I'm kind of glad they didn't actually answer that. It's almost better like not knowing.
Yeah, they have a history of it's like a tradition of every time somebody gets tortured, they pan away. Like
they even the shot actually right afterward was the almost shot for the Leia torture scene in the original trilogy, because it like backs out of the room and it like shuts real quick and it pans down, and then like an Imperial officer walks by and it like pans up and follows him down just like it did in the original trilogy.
Yeah,
I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's Han Solo on Cloud City. And he's just screaming. He's just screaming. They never even answered. They never even asked me any questions.
Yeah. Oh God, beautiful movie.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but overall, really enjoyed this one. Really well done. And I'm surprised that I enjoy it, even just because it was such a narrow viewed episode, because we got a little bit of Mon Mothma, but it was like kind of like a handshake into
I like
the
her
prison
story.
scene.
I like her story the most, honestly. That's actually why I kind of keep watching this. I'm kind of bored with Andor's whole part.
Yeah.
I think I'm just not big on the fact that he got thrown into a prison. And,
yeah,
this is gonna be the whole
premise of this.
Premise of I'm joining the rebellion because the Empire falsely just threw me into a working prison factory. It's like, well, okay, cool.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess it just kind of like play into where he ends up, because it's like now he sees that no matter how hard he tries, he's going to be involved. When the Empire's there. Even if you're just walking to the grocery store, you can end up in a prison for the rest of your life, working as a slave. So it's like if you can't escape it, you might want to try to ignore it, but here it is.
Yep.
Plus, I feel like the most, especially this episode, was mainly about Kino Loy's character finally, or Andy Serkis's character, finally like flipping that switch, like especially in the beginning where he kept how many guards. That's why I really like how it ended, of like where he finally like snapped because he realized he's not getting out of there like he thought he was going to.
Yeah.
How many guards are there? No more than 12. Boom. Cut to black.
Yep. Perfect.
And here we go. Here comes the breakout.
Yeah, the final trigger for him was when that doctor basically said, like, yeah, you're gonna beg that I inject you with this. He was telling him how it is, and
well, it was also the thing of why he kept repeating, like, one, he wanted him to say his name because he's only got 41 shifts left. Only 41 shifts left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm not dealing with this shit. I only got this
much
left.
He's got 0 shifts left, and you've got a fuck ton left. way more than you think you got.
Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you just might go to a different floor.
Run a new floor.
Well, and you can see him kind of starting now to formulate how they're going to do this, with Andor, getting into the wall panel and messing with the electricity.
Right, I just out in the open, too. I love
it.
Just right next to the shitter. Just, let's pop this panel open, and there's just something very important right here, and I'm going to shiv it.
Yeah, and I know exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I know exactly what I'm doing.
Like, my God. Whatever, it's fine.
But yeah,
the show's great, Kevin.
It is pretty great.
The show is great.
It is pretty great. The more I go, the more I'm excited that it's Wednesday, every Wednesday, instead of, being like, oh yeah, Andor's on today.
I've been excited every week for Andor. I don't know, like I said, I just really like the writing style of the show.
On now.
That's true.
Yeah, I know.
That's true.
Well, I've been watching The Peripheral. I need to watch this week's episode.
I do too.
Oh, I need to watch that. I need to start that.
That show's
That's
also
good,
pretty
dude.
good. Yeah, maybe we could talk about that if you can get caught up. It's only like two or 3 episodes?
Yeah,
or
I think
4 just dropped.
Did you see the?
Yeah, 4 just dropped. Okay,
Yeah,
I think I've seen the first 3.
Not to go on too much, not trying to go on a tangent, but oh man, dude, look up the gaming PC that she had her build.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Apparently, she's a big gamer.
Okay.
Like, she has the whole racing chair set up for her gaming PC.
Oh, shit.
I did I think I replied to one of her tweets actually. That was something. She said something about the fact of why didn't they ever make a PSP2? And I put, they did. It's called the Vita. And then I just put a crying emoji.
I saw that.
no.
I died laughing. I saw that. I saw you replied to her with that. I just died laughing. I was like, yeah, how'd that turn out? Oh, it
Yikes.
killed the handheld from PlayStation.
But it had a touchscreen on the back.
God.
So stupid.
Jesus.
The problem with the Vita, I think, is it was too expensive and the games were too expensive.
It
They
was
pulled
ahead of its
a
time.
they pulled a
It was ahead
PlayStation
of its
3
time.
and basically
Yeah.
just made everything too expensive.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember I thought about getting
well.
one, but nah.
Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about Cavill leaving The Witcher. That's my hashtag full-time Superman.
Yep. Or due to creative differences, which begs the question: with Hemsworth being a fanboy too, how is this going to be any different?
Well, so apparently he was not getting along with the writers, yeah, because he was very faithful, but apparently a lot of the writers aren't, and they think a lot of the actual canon stuff is quote unquote, I guess, just dumb or stupid, so they try to change it or
Right.
Yeah,
so
well,
that I guess so he only had like a
Yes.
3-season contract. So basically that's just why, like, all right, if you guys aren't gonna listen to me or you aren't gonna like respect
He
the
wanted the show
IP,
to
like
go the
then I'm just
direction
gonna
of
go
the
and you guys
video
can get
games and the books, and
Yeah.
they said we're not going to do that, so he basically bounced.
Well, right. That's why I asked more of the question. With Hemsworth being a fanboy of the way that Cavill portrayed The Witcher and like the way that the show should be written, which is the same way that Cavill.
Oh,
feels.
I misheard
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
You're saying
Um,
how's it different?
Why are you hiring the same?
Because Liam Hemsworth can't just bounce on over to Warner Brothers and get millions of dollars to play Superman.
So he sells his soul to play this guy, to play the White Wolf.
Gotta make
The
money
White Wolf.
somehow.
He's gonna be like the white puppy compared to fucking.
It is
Cavill,
an
so
odd
it's fine.
move. It's almost like
You're not wrong, probably.
because everybody loves Cavill in that role, so it's just like he's
it's
almost just
probably gonna kill the
he's
show.
putting himself in
100%.
like a quote unquote good position because it's a popular show on Netflix and he'll be the lead on it. So like you would think career wise that would be a good move. Traditionally it would be, but the problem is that you're replacing the main actor who everybody already beloves in that role.
Yeah, and you're just completely.
And you're not
reinventing the
exactly
character.
like well known enough. Like let's face it, you're not the biggest Hemsworth. So,
not at all.
there are a lot bigger names in the Hemsworth family. So,
Maybe
but
they'll
I don't know.
juice- maybe they'll juice
Maybe he makes it his own, and I don't know.
Maybe they'll just give him the magical Hollywood cocktail, and make him jacked for it.
Jesus Christ! I do not condone that message.
I wish I could.
I do not support.
I don't support none. I don't support none of them getting any of that shit done because obviously you're just doing harsh damage to your. Well, the way they do it, I'm sure is fine, but it's like, dude, come on. It's like it's like what is his name? What's his name that lost all that weight to play? Was it the Machinist or?
Christian
Oh, don't you
Bale?
put that
Yeah,
on Christian
yeah.
Bale?
And then like you look at Joaquin Phoenix playing the Joker and how he looked in that movie. You're just destroying yourself for a role, which obviously is like dedication to the role. It's like, fuck, dude.
Method acting.
Yeah, like living in the role. You know what happened to fucking what's his nuts? Or was it?
Dude, Christian Bale really messed himself up because he went from Machinist straight to Batman. So
Yeah.
he went from actually being anorexic to 180, like, buff, meathead,
Mhm.
just body craves protein, has to have it.
protein.
Like,
Easy to stay shredded when you're just building muscle only, and you have 0% body fat.
And you can and you can afford a diet that's literally like I can eat a gram of protein in my body weight out of natural food.
Mhm.
Like to do that from natural food.
I'd
is,
say like I
very
remember
hard.
seeing
yeah.
like Ben Affleck's diet.
That's literally.
I do
like
not
why-
wish that upon, and that's why he was also like miserable in that role, is because of like what his diet and among other stuff. But that was like a big part of it was just like the diet that comes with that like
it's so
regimen
much
to play those
protein and
characters.
Fat.
You're just eating a fuck ton of eggs and meat.
Yep.
That's what I did forever. It sucks.
I mean,
I don't.
yeah,
There's no way I can do that.
I think like I'm trying to get. In
I eat
better
too much
shape,
cheese.
Same.
But I think I'm just gonna take the either chicken and rice or chicken and broccoli approach. I'm not gonna just cut carbs out and only eat
Yeah, there's-
meat.
Yeah,
No
I
way
try
I
to
could
keep
do
it
that.
under like 30 grams a day.
Like it can't be good for your cholesterol to sit there and just destroy bacon and eggs every single morning, and also for your your second breakfast and third. And
Plus, you
10,
got
11
the
Cs
you got the
and-
protein shits too.
Well, dude,
I don't miss
dude,
those.
yeah.
Dude,
I'm taking like
honestly,
protein drinks.
So
stuff.
that I
bro,
was gonna say, like,
keto flu is
shut
awful.
the hell up, Siri.
Keto flu is like you have flu.
She's
got
got to make her weekly appearance, bro.
Apparently.
Yeah, no shit. Guest star.
But I was gonna
Guest
say,
star.
like, that's honestly, like, that's why, like, people buy protein powder for protein shakes because, like, it's one financially a burden to try to, like, truly ingest, like, 1 gram per your pound of body weight for protein. Pain in the ass to buy and just do. So that's why it's like, okay, I'll just buy this powder and drink it.
Usually you do good for like a couple weeks, and then you're like, dude, I'm fucking strapped. Like,
Right.
I mean, I used to eat like 6 eggs every morning. 6 eggs, like,
Good God.
It's like I was buying the giant packs.
I can barely eat 2 with 3 slices of bacon.
I'll say I used to feel like a man when I got on the regimen of just eating hard-boiled eggs. Like I'd eat 2 or 3 hard-boiled eggs in the morning. 6.
6.
That's a lot.
6 scrambled eggs, and then for lunch I would do like a whole chicken breast, like
Dude,
with like
spending
7 pieces of bacon.
This dude's
Like
spending 10.
7?
just
Jesus.
Because I was lifting heavy during this time, so
This
it's like,
dude is spending $60 a month on bacon and eggs alone.
So,
Yeah.
dude, that's what mostly I ate anyway. It's like,
How many calories a day were you burning then?
Oh, dude. I mean, well, I was at a constant deficit, but like in that was like your basal metabolism was like, what 17 or 1800, like or 11, usually like 1100 or something like that. If you just sat on the couch and did nothing, it's changed. It's different for everybody. But
Talking about your caloric intake.
yeah, I mean, as far as I was running at a he was asking me how many. How much was I burning every day? Obviously, I mean, you're not really burning as many calories as you think you are when you're just doing powerlifting and stuff like that. But on top of
that's why the diet matters because you're not burning that much.
Yep, exactly. It's like I will fucking eat dirt if that helps me lose weight instead of having to go run. Like,
Hell yeah. That's right.
Cardio sucks.
Cardio sucks.
Like, dude, it's so boring. It's not that it's like painful or like, oh my god, I'm dying.
No, it's boring.
It's
you
so
said it
boring.
correctly.
That's
it's boring.
So
That's
boring.
why I don't do it.
Dude,
it's boring.
I did cardio 3 times last week, and I'm like, all right, I'm switching my diet up because I'm getting this out of my regimen.
Even like sitting there on the exercise bike is like, I'm like, god damn, this is boring.
I 100% agree.
Now,
The only way I did cardio was when I went to the gym. I'd lift and then I'd go play basketball for like 45 minutes to an hour. That's how I got my cardio. Because I, like you guys, I'm not running on some stupid track monotonously or on a bike like that. Screw that.
Well,
Can't stand
No,
it.
I'll get my cardio some other way.
First of all, treadmills at this point are proven that they're actually horrible on your body.
Well, yeah.
Like, I can't believe that they even still are a thing. Like, ellipticals are way easier.
Yeah, the only thing I ever do with the treadmill was the high incline walk.
I was going to say, I walk on a treadmill, but I
Yeah.
don't sit there and run on one.
Yeah,
That's stupid.
Yeah, I'll crank that the elevation up, the whatever it is, and the incline up, and do like 3 mile an hour for like 25 minutes.
Now, when it's nice
That
out
sounds
around
terrible.
here, I
It's
will say-
25 minutes of just a pure waste of time.
Just walking. Like you're walking and not going anywhere. Like how bad is this to where like that's what you have to do?
I do like to get out though, like actually outside and like ride my actual.
So, yes,
bike,
I
though.
do like riding my bike. That I do think is different than sitting on just a stationary one.
It's not boring. Like you change the scenery and you're outside. And...
I'd like to do that over
Fresh
here.
of breath, eh?
When I was across the river, I wasn't riding my fucking bike. I was like, but
where
now
I live at now sucks because there's not really a trail and I can't get to one. And
I'm in a decent spot because I'm in the heights and we have that trail there. So
that
There
trail
you
is
go.
awesome.
so
I
I'm
like
at,
that
I have
trail.
I'm not in a bad spot being on the side of the river that I'm on, but
Yeah.
I wish I could get to the. I mean, Bloomington has a trail that goes all the way through Normal and Bloomington, but where I'm at, I can't like even get to it. Like I literally just have to load my bike up in my car.
Yeah.
Which my bike's like I've got a cheap like riding road bike. It's heavy.
That'd be a bitch.
Like
tick, boy.
Be a bitch hauling that thing around.
dude, those like those road bikes that really like you see that people pay like $1,000 for. Well, it's because they weigh like nothing.
Yeah.
So it's like it'd be easy for me to haul it in and out of my Jeep.
Like the aluminum frames and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
because they don't weigh any. Yeah, it's aluminum frame. It literally weighs like the whole bike is like not even 50 pounds or something. It's some crazy intense lightweight. And I was looking into it for a while, but I'm like, yeah, but $1,000 is a lot to spend on something that I only get to use for like 6 months out of the year.
I swear. And here's the thing. At the end of the day, I still hate cardio. So it's like, still like I spent $1,000.
At the end of the day, this shit still sucks. I hate it. It's boring.
And then now it costs me $1,000.
What really is the cost of being healthy?
Everything.
It's everything.
$1,000 plus.
Your life, your soul is mine.
Okay.
At least you got it.
Well,
Not the only thing we got is the release date for Last of Us, unless we've touched on that before.
we did. I don't think we have, and all I was gonna say was, well, last thing we got for you guys is yes, Last of Us. Coming out in January. I feel like that's pretty quick because they didn't really. I mean, wasn't this just announced that it was going to be a thing?
Yeah, I mean.
So have they just been working on it in secret?
It must have been because they released that trailer and then what's it been? Maybe a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So January 15th, 2023.
Unless the budget for it just wasn't super high, or if it was super high, it was really just a bunch of special effects. Hey.
I hope a lot of it's practical with that show.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it looks
practical.
Which it looks from what I've seen of the clickers, they look like they're all like practical, like they have like practical masks and stuff on.
Yeah.
So that's good to see.
Yeah, it does look good.
So look forward to that. Yeah, I think that about wraps things up for this week. Actually, find us on YouTube, like and subscribe. Comment down below if you enjoyed what you saw or have anything to say about the topics we talked about today. Any suggestions going forward, things to talk about. Also, find us on podcast services around the globe.
Pretty much all of them, yeah. around the globe.
All them things.
So yeah, until next time, it's your boy J Sib.
It is joined by Kevin Crunch.
And a bull.
We are tardy to the party. See ya
See you
later.
Bitches.
Bitches.